I'm Mike, and today I just watched WatchMojo's top 5 facts about veganism, some of which were just made up out of thin air and they're just spreading misinformation to their 10 million subscribers. And in a sense, it was partially, veganism can be good in some circumstances, but it was mostly just condescending, unsubstantiated jabs against veganism. And so I'm going to dispel some of the myths that they're propagating in the video, starting with number 5. Humanity may have evolved because of its non-vegan diet. This is less about veganism, actually, and more of just a stab at vegans.
Without cooking food, researchers say, it would have been impossible to get enough calories to increase our species' brain size.
Cooked food, yes, but they literally only show meat here. But as researchers are now realizing, our brain growth was fueled primarily by cooked starches. This is because they are a reliable source of calories, they're storable, and they're a perfect brain fuel. See, in order to grow our brain past, say, chimps or lions, we need a novel source of calories that neither of them have access to. We didn't just immediately become awesome hunters and kill more prey than lions and therefore become smarter than them overnight, especially since our brain grew before we even had hunting tools. Now, I'm not saying that we didn't eat meat, I'm just saying that it likely only played as much of a role in brain evolution as other foods that other animals also had access to, like, say, nuts.
And without meat, we wouldn't have gotten the necessary protein, fats, and vitamin B12 for brain growth.
Wrong, and wrong. Protein and fat were not the limiting factors in brain development throughout evolution. That was calories. Our brain burns 20% of our calories currently, and most importantly, 60% of our body's glucose, which is why we need carbohydrates. And as this study shows, the fuels we get from meat, like fatty acids, convert to glucose at as low as 53% efficiency, making them a very poor candidate for brain evolution. And as this study shows, looking further back than modern humans even existed to 105,000 years ago, you can find us eating cooked starch grains. Then they shoot to this honor your ancestors gladiator clip where they glorify meat consumption.
Ancestors, I honor you. I will try to live with the dignity you have taught me.
But remember where Maximus, Russell Crowe's character, went after he died? A wheat field, not a meat field. His idea of heaven is literally being surrounded by starches. I feel you, Maximus. I feel you. They also failed to mention that human evolution at times hinged on cannibalism.
Humanity owes a debt of gratitude to their carnivorous ancestors.
So we owe a debt of gratitude to our cannibalistic ancestors. So this is not a justification to eat meat, nor is it a reason to start eating people. Number 4, which essentially just goes over the population of vegans, which is anywhere between 0.5 and 6%, and also that about 74% of people that don't eat meat are women. Now, I don't have anything wrong with this segment, only that the representation of women was the most angry freely video there is, taken out of context.
You shouldn't have the choice. You should be forced to be vegan. You should absolutely be forced to be vegan.
Which created a perfect space for comments like these. Ew. Number 3 is how vegans lose more weight. Again, I don't really have a problem with this one, but there is something they left out, and that is that a whole food vegan diet trumps exercise for weight loss. Here's a study that originally set out to find answers on prostate cancer and put one group of people in a vegan diet with light exercise and another group with no change in diet and vigorous exercise for 45 minutes every day. After 15 years, the lightly exercising vegans were at normal weight and the extreme exercise people were still overweight. After 15 years. Now for number 2, a vegan diet may increase heart disease. This infuriates me. Not only do they not have any sources at all, but they are literally just lying to you. I think what they meant to say is that a whole food vegan diet is the only diet on earth that is proven to reverse heart disease, to literally unclog arteries on angiograms. I really don't know where they got this information. Just going through Google, if you Google vegan diet increases heart disease, you get articles that highlight studies like this one from 2014 that followed nearly 200 people with cardiovascular disease and then put them on a whole food vegan diet and saw a measurable reversal of heart disease in 22% of them. You also get this meta-analysis showing that with a standard vegan diet, you can expect a 26% lower risk of dying from heart disease. They go on to say that a vegan diet is missing key ingredients like omega-3s. All omega-3s you can get from either plant foods or synthesize with your own body. And they manage to completely forget the rampant nutritional deficiencies among the omnivore population. And as for B12, I have a video showing that you can actually get B12 in untreated water and soil and possibly from a healthy human gut microbiome. Maybe they read this Dr. Mercola article that doesn't even cite any studies about vegans. This is really disappointing because veganism saves so many lives through heart disease prevention, and they're just outright lying about it to their 10 million subscribers. Number one is essentially that most vegans abandon veganism, showing that there are a lot more ex-vegans than there are vegans.
I used to be a vegan, but, it was too much of a hassle.
Oh, God, I know. I mean, even being a vegetarian is a challenge.
And yes, this is true, but I think in the future we're going to see this number go down a lot because of the increased availability of vegan products in the grocery store and increased availability of vegan restaurants. Not to mention the knowledge that is being amassed here on YouTube to help people stay vegan. For example, my video on why vegans fail here, which can keep you on track.
Or maybe the takeaway is that when it comes to nutrition, science will contradict itself eventually, and what was going to make you live forever is now going to kill you, and vice versa, and I give up, give me a bacon milkshake.
Their conclusion is essentially that science flip-flops back and forth, so you should just throw your hands up, give up, and have a bacon milkshake. But most disappointingly about this entire video is they made a complete video on veganism without mentioning animal rights or animal cruelty. Now that is impressive. Alright, that's it for today. Feel free to let me know what you thought about their video, and if you have any real top facts about veganism, feel free to post them in the comments below. Also, feel free to follow my baby Instagram at MikeTheVegan. Alright, thank you for watching.